I'm going to talk about the unbelievable event which unfolded when Yosef revealed himself to his brothers. It's in the Bible portion of Vayigash, which quite literally means "and he approached," chapter 45, verse 1. I shall now begin the story. And Yosef was unable to contain himself. He was unable to hold back. And he called out to all those people who were around him, his servants, the soldiers, whomever wasn't part of Jacob's family. He said, please leave the room for now. Remove everybody from me. And his intention was that nobody who's not part of the family of Jacob should be present as he reveals himself to his brothers. Let's understand something. Yosef was risking his life here. He was risking his life. He knew that the brothers were about to kill him. They were about to rip him apart after what had transpired up until now. What had transpired up until now? Their little brother, Benjamin, was put in prison, and the brothers were not having that. Yosef risked his life. Why did he risk his life? Because he didn't want his brothers to be embarrassed as he reveals himself to them. He knew that they would be full of regret. He knew that they would feel bad for what they did to him. He thought about their feelings. That's how sensitive and caring and loving this man Joseph was. His brothers wanted to kill him. He thought about their feelings. How will they feel when I reveal myself to them? And they feel embarrassed for what they have done. Remove everyone from me, whoever's not part of the family of Jacob, he said. And then Yosef raised his voice and he cried. Pharaoh heard this. Pharaoh heard these cries, as well as the rest of the Egyptians heard these cries. And then Yosef turned to his brothers and he said, I am Yosef. Is my father still alive? His brothers were unable to answer him, for they had gone into a state of aghast, in a state of shock, in a state of trepidation. Yosef turns to them and he says, come closer. Come closer. We have reached the peak of unity now. We have reached that peak, as you all have seen until now, how Yehuda was ready to sacrifice everything in order to get Benjamin. Come closer. We are all one now. And then Yosef said, I am your brother Yosef, whom you sold down to Egypt. But don't go into a state of disappointment, into a state of regret for selling me down to Egypt, for I have become a patron through God's grace in order to be able to help you in these years of famine. That was the story of this amazing patriarch, Joseph. It's unbelievable what he did and the sensitivity he had for the feelings of others. He was willing to sacrifice his life in order not to hurt the feelings of others. He was willing to sacrifice his life rather than hurt other people's feelings. And he told them not to go into a state of regret. Rather, see the situation as God's divine decision. God's orchestrated decision in order to be able to be a patron for them as the years of famine unfolded. That's a powerful story. An unbelievable story. a dynamic story, something which always touched my heart on such a deep, deep level. I'm a sensitive person. I care for the feelings of others. And I've always been like that. I've always been very sensitive to other people's feelings. That's why the story touched my heart on a very, very deep level. It also touched my heart because I was so awed and inspired how this man, Yosef, was willing to sacrifice everything for God's name. And he told his brothers not to see what happened as something they did to him, rather see it as God's decision. That's my videos here on YouTube. I tell you, to see what happens to you in your life as the decision of God. We are part of divinity. We are part of God. We are all one. Every part of this human race, every part of these 7 billion people on this planet are all one. Remember that. That's today's video. Did you enjoy today's video? Smash that like button. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section down below. And why not subscribe if you haven't already and press the little bell notification next to it so we can get this message out further and further and further. That's how it works here on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm gets spread further the more subscribers you have. So please smash the like button, press the subscribe button, drop a comment. I want to wish you a great night, a great day tomorrow, and a great Shabbat if you celebrate Shabbat, and a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I love you.